Hello everyone, Chief Track Analyst Milky Cereal here as we look to jump into another circuit for our track guide. We're heading into round 7 of the Formula X Racing Championship in Monaco, and Jan Fehler was kind enough to send through a lap that we get to critique and analyse and give some advice for all of our drivers, whether in Premier X or Division 1, Division 2, or just a spectator, on how to perfect a lap here at Monaco. So without further ado, let's jump right on. So, to start off your lap, we're riding in cockpit view. We're going to pull the car all the way over to the left, and you're braking around here. You can just see on the top of your screen that, I guess it's the yellow flag board. It's the digi flag board. You want to be braking a little bit before that, and you're going to be bringing it down into 4th gear. You can see how much curb we are looking to be using on the apex, using up as much of it as possible. And on the exit, you're running pretty much at the Armco barrier on the exit of Saint-Devote. Get on the power and just run up the gears as you make your way through Beau Rivage and up to Mirabeau. Nice and late on the brakes. We're not really braking just yet. It's more of a starting to lift off the throttle, starting to ease off the throttle as you make your way into Massenet. Now we start braking. We're down to 4th gear and we're going to pull it nice and tight. You can see how far we have the car over to the left, and this is so that we can get the best possible run through turn 4 of Casino.
To P8.
Again, not really hard on the brakes, more of a lift off. We're keeping it in 4th gear. You can see how close we are to the wall at the apex of Casino. Back on the power, use up all of the track, avoid the bump over on the left. You can run over it, it doesn't really do too much, but it feels kind of cool to avoid it. We pull the car back over to the left as we get hard onto the brakes. We're dropping it down into 1st gear, and we're going to be probably short shifting up to 2nd or 3rd, so we can get on the power on the exit of the Mirabeau hairpin as quickly as possible. Up to 3rd, there you go. Pull the car over to the right and on the brakes for the slowest corner of the track. 1st gear, and look at the wheel lock. Full lock, so important. And so often drivers won't go full lock on the wheel. They'll go maybe, 150%. You need to be full lock. Get right up onto this curb. Get it turned as much as possible. Short shift up to 2nd. Down into the Portier 1. And we are in 2nd gear. You don't want to get too much on this curve as it kind of causes you to understeer. So we just get onto, the first bit, the red and white stripes of the curve. Back on the power. Let the car all the way out. And Portier 2, so important to get this corner right, because if you get it wrong, it is the longest straight of the circuit that you are compromising. So important to get this corner right. 3rd gear on the power, use up all of the track, even short shifting up to 4th gear, completely flat through the tunnel as we make our way down to the Noble chicane. And we haven't braked yet. You can brake super late for this corner. We're probably going to be braking at around 70 meters, so let's just see. Yeah, about 80 meters on the brakes. We're dropping it down into 2nd gear, and it's so important to abuse the track limits as much as you can. You can see from our steering angle how much we're going to use through the first right-hander of the Noble chicane. Really get over that curve, back on the power. Now be careful not to hit the wall. Now down into to back, just fling the car, and you can see we've downshifted before we've really started braking. And here at Monaco, you don't really have to use the brakes all the time. Just throw the car in and let the car decelerate through engine braking. Back up to 6th gear as you make your way into the swimming pool section, completely flat through the left, right, and now on the brakes for the 2nd part of the swimming pool section. 15 and 16, 4th gear, yeet the car completely over the curbs. Again, so important to use up as much of the track as possible. Bit of a moment with the oversteer as we make our way now down into Raskas, turn 17. We drop it into 2nd gear. Important to get a late apex. Don't be baited into taking the earlier apex of the corner. And it's very easy to hit that bit of this Armco barrier right here. It's very easy to hit that with the rear wheels and spin the car around, so be careful of that during the race. Back on the power, short shifting up to 3rd, and now down into Anthony Knowles, the final corner. 3rd gear, get on the power, open up the DRS, no need to short shift, and it's a straight run to the line to complete your lap, a 108.2 here at Monaco. Good lap from Jan Fehler. And possibly we might be seeing a few drivers getting into the 107s. It wasn't the perfect lap from Jan, and I'm sure he might be able to find a bit more time. But if anyone can get into the 107s, that would be a fantastic lap. And here at Monaco, you have to really get as close to the wall as you can. And if you just try to take things a little bit safe, it is so easy to lose a huge chunk of time. In terms of overtaking opportunities, not a lot on the strategy. Should be a fairly simple softs onto mediums. Nobody's going to risk getting into Q3 on the medium set of tires. Track position is key here at Monaco. Division 1 and Division 2 will be racing later on today, on Thursday, with Premier X tomorrow evening, Friday evening, with the pre-show starting at 6:30. Make sure to tune in. It should be a belter of a race.